Hello, everybody. And this is Claudio Alegre here. Welcome to episode 8, season 3 of The Daily Pill, a webcast sponsored by our parent company, Angel Home Care Services, a company helping families in Dade County and Monroe, right here in South Florida, deal with their convalescent, needs at home. And today we have an awesome show. You know, if you're a family caregiver and you want to see how meditation can reduce your stress and anxiety and help you stop worrying and finally achieve mental peace. Even if you think it's all mumbo jumbo and it doesn't work for you, you're in the right place. All right. And today we have an awesome guest. If you know her, she needs no introduction. All right. If you don't know her, then I'm going to introduce you to her. Oh, her name is Sonny Arfa. She's and by the way, I'm just gonna try to. You guys hearing me okay?
Now everybody, I can.
Yeah, everybody, yes. Everybody's hearing me okay. Cool. So Sonny, she's. I had to cut down. Her resume because if not, it would take like 5 minutes of the 15 minutes we have. So I'm just gonna basically, not do her any justice here. So Sonny Arfa is a visionary strategist, author on mindset meditation elevation coach that helps you clear the blocks so you can activate your inner radiance and be a powerful manifester, which is desperately needed for family caregivers. Sonny is the author of Can You Imagine World Peace? She's the founder of Feel Great Meditate, which has a global vision of helping 1 million minds achieve inner peace. And she's also an educator, a speaker, spiritual advisor, author, mother of 2, and a life transformational coach. Welcome, Sonny. How are you? Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Claudio. I'm amazing. Everything's just going amazing. Thank you for having me.
All right. So, and I know we have, and everybody else that you're seeing on the screen, just please introduce yourself really quick because what we're going to do here is Sonny and I are gonna just riff off each other here. I'm gonna ask her some questions. She's gonna answer back, and then towards the end, we're gonna have a group guided meditation. Okay, just to close out our day, and then hopefully the family caregivers that can see that can use it as a kind of like a framework for them to be able to do the same thing at the end of their tough day. So just quickly, each one of you, one at a time, say your name and just say hello. Just anybody go first. Ladies first. Any lady.
Okay, I'll go first. I'm Coach Rochelle, and I'm grateful to be here.
Thank you.
I'm Fabulous Camille, and I'm blessed to be here.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lizette Alvarado, and I'm so grateful to be here.
Awesome. Johnny
Regan, glad to be here for Sonny. Glad to be here for Sonny, holding her vision.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. All right, Sonny. So let's just dive into, did you want to open up with anything or you want me to just go ahead and dive into the questions?
Dive in.
All right. So you and I have had a chance to talk about, this topic before. And I think, I had 3 questions that I had for you. And then the first one is, what tools can you share with family caregivers to help reduce stress? And I know that's a loaded question, but what comes to mind that could serve as quick hacks in the middle of their day?
Well, I'll guide you on a few at the end here, but definitely adding breathing exercises, breathing skills and techniques that are very simple that once I teach you, you can implement and do it every single day. Even just 3 minutes of one of the things I teach you can completely alter your day. And it's going to increase your positive energy. We're going to increase the oxygen level to the brain, and then it brings balance. So we got to work on the brain, and we have to refill our own cup before we keep giving to those that we're taking care of.
All right. So breathing is definitely one of the tools, right, that you use. It's like essential, correct?
Essential. And speaking of essential, I use this doTERRA oil diffuser, and I always put uplifting oils in like lime and citrus. So if you're taking care of someone, you can put that in the room for them wherever they are. And every time you walk in, you're going to feel like uplifted and be like, hey, you know what? It's working. You're sending good positive messages to the brain. And I also use a lot of sound tools. So you could have just something simple like a little bell.
Okay.
Big giant gongs. I have big breathing bowls, but if you're, taking care of someone, you probably don't have the sound tools that I do, but just something little like this goes ding, and the sound waves literally go right through your brain. They go right through your body. And so it starts to elevate your consciousness. It starts to clear the mind because now you're thinking about that bell. And churches always actually have been on track because they always have the big bells. And they knew from thousands of years ago that sound of the music, the bells, the chimes, that it clears the energy when they walk into the church.
Got it. So we got two powerful, senses, smell and sound, that we want to incorporate into our process when we are actually looking to chill out, to mellow out, to meditate, to get to that state.
And then breathing. And we're also going to be thinking positive. And the way we do that is we start to breathe so much, we flood the brain with oxygen. And then all the thoughts stop. And we take the brain waves from to the beta level to the alpha level, which is very similar to hypnosis. And then we plant those seeds into the subconscious mind. So instead of sitting there being like, oh my God, I'm so worried, I'm so stressed, I give you tools. You'll do these breathing techniques, a little yoga postures of the hand. I'll give you a mudra to make you feel calm and recondition, rewire your brain. And when you do these little tools just for 40 days alone, you'll notice the new behavior. And you'll be like, you know what? I can calm myself down.
Right.
I can let go of the anger. So I'm going to teach you a breathing technique, and we speak things into existence as well and teach some affirmations.
Awesome. And I know you're a pro at this, but this is everything. You can scale this, right? Like the better you get at it, there's other levels that you can go into, and then there's really no, there's no end to this, right? As I understand it.
And elevated.
Yeah.
It's like, how happy do you want to be? And that even though you have a situation where your life has changed, where you're taking care of somebody and giving, sometimes there could be some buildup of resentment, or you're experiencing grief. So these breathing techniques and tools will work for all of that.
Awesome. All right. So aside from keeping us alive, right? Why is oxygen so important, in the context of our conversation? And I know that it was one of the questions that it's important that I asked, and we talked about this before, but what's, aside from the obvious, right? What's the big deal when it comes to meditation?
There is hundreds of benefits. There's books written with literally hundreds of benefits about breathing. Of course, if you're a doctor, you know the importance of breathing in the lungs. And a lot of these moving meditations I teach and breathing flood the brain with oxygen. We're going to flood the body with oxygen. And we also focus on certain things like our pineal gland and our pituitary gland. And I teach simple tools and techniques that can literally raise the vibration through our tongue and a humming sound to the roof of the mouth and send a message to the brain. And then it balances the pituitary gland, the master gland. It brings the entire glands into endocrine system into balance. And then we start to reset the nervous system. We literally can reset the brain by slowing down the brain waves. We reset the nervous system. So there's hundreds of benefits. In yoga, we learned that yoga is the union of breath with movement. You lift weights, we need the breath with stretching with added weights. That's what lifting weights is. We jog, we use our breathing. So there's, it's like God said, you know what, I'm going to give you one thing in your body that with it, you're alive. From the minute you enter earth, and without it, you're leaving, you're coming back home, right? But if you utilize this to the fullest ability and actually utilize all three parts of the lung, which no one ever does, then your immune system will be so strong. You will be literally immune to a lot of illnesses that are going along. And an oxygenated body is an alkaline body, and cancer can't happen in an alkaline body. So it's so healing. This is literally, turning back the hands of time. There's breathing techniques you could do first thing in the morning and squeezing these energetic locks and these bandhas in our body. And it's like an internal car wash. So it cleanses us from the inside out.
I like that. So your pH is higher, less acidic state, less free radicals, right? All that stuff that actually makes you age faster, right? And did you mention 3 parts of the lung?
Yes, there's like 3 parts of the lungs, and most people only use the bottom part. They're lucky if they ever reach the second 2/3. Hardly anyone ever does 3 out of 3, right, on both sides. So we want to really ventilate the lungs. And so I'll teach you tonight the 3-3-6 method, and we inhale for 3, hold for 3, exhale for 6. And then people, when they're breathing, what will happen is they start to stop the monkey mind. It also calms the emotions. It calms the nerves. It opens and expands the heart center. And so many, like hundreds of things are happening when we're breathing besides quieting the ego.
I got to try that ratio. I usually, when I do it, when I'm trying to get into just before, I meditate about half an hour to 45 minutes every day, but not only one shot, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes at a, and I like to kind of change gears in the middle of the day.
Yeah, nice.
And I use the 4-7-8 ratio.
Yes, we do that too. I usually start beginners on 3-3-6, and then we'll start to go 3-6-12.
Yep.
And we might go, 6-12, and as people holding the breath so long, and literally it shuts down the voice of the ego. It distinguishes the voice of worries and fears.
That's awesome. All right. So the third question is, how did you get started on using and sharing these tools? I'm gonna guess that based on I've known you for some time, but we've never been able to actually go deep in conversation. It's probably maybe the second time, or even perhaps the first time. But was it a personal story that got you in this path, or was it a calling, or was it more like a professional decision that you?
It was completely unplanned. I was a school teacher, stressed out. You'd always gain weight when you're stressed, lose weight when you're back on track. And it was this vicious cycle, and you work your butt off, and it's like a caretaker. You give to these kids. And so I went from there to sales, and I had a success trainer like Tony Robbins. When Tony Robbins was getting really hot, I had a guy like him. He just didn't have as good marketing as Tony Robbins, but he was good. And we did corporate training, and I was one of the trainers. And he said, you know what? Your biggest asset is your biggest weakness. And I was like, that's like an oxymoron. How does that make sense? And he said, you can go so fast in your brain. You get so much done in a day, but you go so fast that you're skipping things, you're missing things. You're not allowing intuition to set in and to ask the universe for what you want after you've decided, and then attract it. Don't go running after it, attract it. So I started to learn the law of attraction, 25 years ago when I had my spiritual awakening, and it is true, it works. So I activate people's antennas now so they too can be powerful manifestors. But he said to me, I can't work with you unless you breathe. And I was like, I am breathing. And he said, no, I'm a deep conscious breathing. So one night, he took all his top trainers, he dimmed the lights, we all laid down, and he said, just listen to my voice and do what I say. Okay, so we closed our eyes, we focus up into that point in our middle of our forehead, like I teach you, that's a drishti. And he walked us through a lot of breathing, and we were holding the breath for a very long time, suspending the breath and getting that floating sensation. And that was the very first time that I heard nothing. Imagine hearing no thoughts. The monkey mind shuts up. No doubts, no fears. And now everything in your mind is total peace, positive, 24/7. It's like someone took a light switch and turned it off. They turned the mind off. And I was like, oh my God, where'd my thoughts go? Like afraid like they were gone forever. And they're like, no, don't worry, they'll be back. But this is the goal that we want, is to feel nothingness between the ears. So I was so sold. I said, I have got to do this every day. I have to share it with the world. And next thing you know, I had to make my own cassette tape, which is a long time ago. And so I walked myself through my breathing and through the inhales and exhales and when to hold it. And then that way I could transcend the mind without a coach and just do it myself when I would listen to it. And then at the end, it had all the positive seeds planted into my subconscious about being a size 2, about weighing a certain weight, receiving $2 million, which was the goal at the time, which I achieved that and beyond, and writing a book. Now, the only goal I didn't do yet was the #1 bestseller and be a comedian. So sometimes it takes years to manifest something, but that's all in the works and happening because I already saw it in my head.
Well, stand-up is, you got an audience, so anytime you're ready. So let's do what that coach asked you to do, which is let's all be quiet and let's just start. Let's go into that, let's do that. Let's just be quiet and let's do what you say. So let's bring everybody in and, let's just, get in that. Let's get into it, because,
Yes. And what I'm going to say too, another tip is on your phone, you could always go to YouTube to grab a free video at 528 hertz. It's a healing frequency that you can be playing in the background for your loved ones. And it affects you every time you walk in the room. You're going to feel, and then
can you repeat that again, Sunny? That
you can go to YouTube and get downloads of free music at 528 hertz. And that's a frequency to vibrate the body, that when you listen to the music, you start to vibrate at that higher vibration just from listening to this music. So it's really great for your brain. It's great for the person you're taking care of. And it's great to just be playing all the time in the background to elevate your soul, as well as these essential oils. So those are just tools you can use every day. So wherever you are, let's go ahead and put our feet flat on the floor. Have a nice straight spine wherever you are seated. We're going to take our hands and we're going to create some friction. You're going to just move the hands real fast. And then I want you to close the eyes while you do it. Close the eyes and just focus up right in that spot between the eyebrows and right above the bridge of the nose. And keep on moving the hands. And I want you to say in your mind, this is all I have to do to feel better. Just say that in your mind. This is all I have to do to feel better. 3 times. We see our affirmations 3 times. This is all I have to do to make my brain feel better. Yeah, and then just keep your eyes closed. You're focusing right up in between the eyebrows. That's your drishti, your point of focus. And now just take your hands like you're just going over the face. You're going to feel a vibration in your hands, and take it back like you're like pushing your hair back. Or if you're bald, that's okay. You just push the hair back and just rub it like you're kind of washing your face and your hair. And we're just rinsing that auric field, right? Because we want to clear ourselves of any lower vibration energy, sick energy from those that we take care of, or you watch the news. And then you can take it down by the heart, as if you're like washing the outside of your skin, but you're really washing your auric field, your electromagnetic field. Yeah, and we're going to clear that up. And then let's bring the hands to prayer mudra and just bring it into the heart center. The thumb touches the high heart. Relax the shoulders, closing the eyes, relax the eyes. Yeah, just feel the feet grounded into the floor, into the earth. We're going to take a deep inhale through the nose. And then go ahead and open the mouth. And I want everybody to just say, and just breathe it out forcefully, like a lion, like, right? Big exhale. And you're really going to push from the abs, and you're going to exhale everything that's inside of those lungs. Like you are getting rid of anything that no longer serves you. And I want you to visualize a gray, dense, dark stream, like this dense, dark energy, that every time you exhale, you can see that like smoke coming out of your mouth, and you are letting go. And as you do that, I want you to say in your mind, this is all I have to do to let go. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale forcefully. And keep in your mind, this is all I have to do to let go. And when we say that, that means we're letting go of any fears, worries, doubts, any concerns about our person that we're helping, and letting go of any, feelings that we need to let go of, that this is happening with those people we're taking care of. And just take another deep, deep inhale, breathe in, really utilize all of the lungs. And just when you think you can't inhale more, I want you to sip in a little more oxygen, sip in a little bit more, and then hold it. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, let it go. You'll notice that you get a little lightheaded. That's okay. We're going to breathe out any toxins. And let's take one more deep, deep breath. We're going to hold it at the top. Hold it. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, let it go. Good. And now I want you to go ahead and think about the intention. So if you are the caretaker, you are thinking positive thoughts like, I am taking care of me first. It's okay. You don't have to feel guilty about that, right? I am refilling my own cup right now. And the breathing is going to do that. So as you inhale, I want you to feel that feeling of being nurtured. And as you exhale, we're going to exhale any worries, any fears. Good. And then I want you to set an intention for yourself personally, maybe something awesome like, you know what? I'm so grateful for this experience that I get to take care of this person. and look at it as from a standpoint of gratitude. So that way we open the heart center, because for us to manifest, we got to open the heart, clear the mind, and then connect the heart with the mind. So make sure you set that intention. Good. Good. And then I want you to come to Gyan Mudra, which is a hand posture in yoga. And there's thousands of these. This one, you're going to take the pointer finger to the thumb, and we just add a little slight pressure. So the hands are apart, pointer finger to thumb, Gyan Mudra. And then you're going to just rotate the palms up and relax them on your lap. And then close your eyes again. And I want you to inhale deeply. And then I want you to hold it at the top, add a little pressure into the hands, hold the breath, and say, this is all I have to do to feel calm. And say that 3 times in your mind. And then repeat the word calm, 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 calm. And notice just from saying it and you commanding the mind that it begins to happen in the brain. It begins to happen and create peace in the mind. It begins to happen and peace goes into your body in every cell, down your spine, into every nerve. Mm-hmm. So when you add that slight pressure, it's like closing a circuit in your brain. We're reprogramming that this is all you have to do to feel calm. So whether you are about to go into a meeting or close a deal, or you have to meet with a doctor, you can just bring the hands to Gyan Mudra, even with your eyes open. You can be stuck in traffic, but keep the eyes open if you're in traffic, of course. And you would just bring the fingers together, and it's going to remind you of this moment right now, that this is all you have to do to feel calm. Yes? So I'm going to teach you the 3-3-6 breathing technique. We're going to inhale through the nose for count of 3. We're going to hold it for count of 3. And then we're going to exhale for count of 6. And you really want to deflate the lungs. You're just going to visualize it like they're 2 big balloons in there, and you're inhaling them for count of 3, hold for 3, and we'll exhale for 6. So keeping the Gyan Mudra, eyes are still closed, nice straight spine. Let's inhale for 3. Good, and hold for 3. Relax the shoulders. Exhale 6, out mouth. Good, and to the lungs. Inhale for 3. Hold for 3. Exhale 6. Good, inhale for 3. Hold for 3. Exhale 6. Now let's go a little deeper. Inhale for 3. And then hold for 6. Exhale 6. Good. Inhale for 3. Hold for 6. Exhale for 6. Good. And just stay there. Keep breathing just like that on your own. Put that breathing on autopilot. And let's just visualize for a second the outcome of what you are achieving with those who you are caretaking for. And let's just see this beautiful bright white light around that person at the crown of their head, as if you could see this vortex of light, like a spinning tornado above someone's crown, moving in counterclockwise position. And then see that coming around their body. Like you could see that white light going all the way down their spine into their heart, and that they can feel love and happiness on that journey, and all the way down to their feet and toes. And then I want you to visualize above your own crown this beautiful spinning white light, and allow it to come down into your electromagnetic field, down into the open chakra, and down into that open third eye, where we can visualize our person that we're taking care of being as happy and joyful as they possibly can, no matter what is going on with the deterioration of their physical body. And see them completely illuminated. and see yourself completely illuminated, as if you can see that white light all the way down your spine, down the arms, down the legs, down the feet. And then I want you to visualize these beautiful tree roots at the edge of your feet going into the floor, through the tile, through the wood, into the earth, as if you can see these roots going all the way down into the fertile soil where you plant the seed of intention. And now visualize that intention as if you could see the end result of what you want for the person you're taking care of. And see yourself filled with joy, not grief, that this is a moment of gratitude, that you have this amazing opportunity to give unconditionally to this person you're helping. And just see that white light again, like it's like electricity coming from the earth up through the roots. You can see it going around and around and up into the feet, as if it's like this electricity, and it illuminates up through your body, up through the heart, and all the way down the extremities, and all the way up to your peaceful mind and out the crown. See yourself grounding that intention. And let's focus on the healing or happiness of this soul that you're helping. See them, and you completely surround that white light. And when you call on this white light, you can say that 2 times, white light, white light. And now whenever you say that anywhere, you can put it around your car, you can put it around the nursing home, you can put it around that person's bedroom, you can put it around that person, your pets, or yourself, or your bank account. And whenever you say white light, it's like you're activating this big bubble, this big white light bubble. And just visualize it's 9 feet higher than your crown, 9 feet all around you, and 9 feet down into the earth. And when that white light, you can visualize it, see it like any lower vibrational frequencies, energy, or emotions and thoughts just bounce right off of that. And that you put that white light around you before you help that person. And at the end of the day, you're going to do it again, and you'll do that aura cleansing where you're rubbing your hands together and clearing your energy and not taking that to bed. So white light is an amazing tool. Let's take another deep inhale together. Exhale, let it go. Let's bring the hands back to the prayer mudra, back to the heart. A very important thing about manifesting is once we decide what we want, like we're helping these people, what do we want for them? We want them to have joy and love to the very last breath, right? We're making them comfortable, but we have to take care of ourselves first. So we proclaim what we want. We added the feeling of joy, the feeling of belief to that thought of what we are intending to happen, the intention, right? So we see it, we feel it in the heart, and we align the heart with the mind. And now the important thing is we must ask. So we ask the universe, ask your higher self, what do I do next to be a great caretaker? What do I do next to help this person to be comforted, to feel content, to feel satisfied, to how can I help them? And because we ask every day, the answers come. And then one last thing you must do is give gratitude. So we give thanks to the universe for the answers in advance, because we know that everything we ask for, we are receiving. And what we receive is the answers and ideas to what to do next, or what doctor to take them to, or who comes to visit, who do they need to help clear up some karma maybe. And that way they don't come back and do it again, right? So have gratitude for this experience. Give gratitude for the answers coming in advance. And give gratitude to yourself for being this amazing caretaker. Satnam Namaste. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Oh, that was amazing. I feel like I just took a mental and spiritual bubble bath. Okay, you know, like when you're just super fresh, you know. That was awesome. How did you guys feel?
Melted.
Yeah.
Melted.
That was really hard for me. I think for me it was really, really difficult. And you could probably see that, Sunny. I'm someone who go, like from the time I wake up till the time I go to sleep. So for me to meditate maybe 30 seconds, I can't do it for that long. And I think the closest I get to that is really like if I go for a massage, right? And it's like a little bit different of an experience. And I used to do yoga, and I thought like all that stuff was fabulous, you know, and you were fabulous. But for me, I think it's so much in a way. And, you know, when you're in when you're in the rapidity of society, I think, and you're also in, the business world, and things are very rapid paced and high functioning and high moving. It is very difficult to then like get to that zen.
That's why
But
we do breathing, because the breathing will distract the mind, and now you're only focused on the breathing, so all the thoughts stop. So just so you know, the more you do it, the easier it gets, and it's like a muscle, and you're developing the lungs, you're developing this muscle that you can at last quiet it, because it is a skill to quiet the mind, and it is
very hard.
It's a practice.
Right. No, it's absolutely practice. It's like going to the gym every day, which is something that's definitely not my forte. I have to say the refrigerator is way more my friend. But it did take me back to when I was younger and I went to camp, right? Sleepaway camp. That I, of course, would be the one up, right? Still blah, 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 blah at midnight. And so the counselor would tell me to hold my fingers just like that and to keep telling myself, I will wake up at like 8 o'clock. I will wake up at 8 o'clock until like I repeated it to myself till I fell asleep, right? And then woke up. And to this day, from the time I was like 9 years old, I practiced that. But it's so hard. And that's when I'm like really exhausted going to sleep. So you can imagine if I'm right now, like in my prime, working at like 7 o'clock at night, how hard that is, 8 o'clock at night, to really like, wind down like that. So I appreciate that. It might take me a million sessions to get me to the point.
Yeah, that's
imagine. So we're all, we all have hectic days, and we're all, entrepreneurs, and we have jobs, and we're professionals, and just 5 minutes or to 8 minutes, I think this might have taken. Look at the impact. Imagine what it can do for someone that is actually in a family caregiving situation where they see no end in sight, right? It's the same thing every day. So imagine the benefits. If it benefits us for a few minutes, and we're stressed, but it's not really at the level of a stress of someone who's caring for someone on top of everything else that they have to do for themselves. Imagine the benefit of that. And that's where I think is this is amazing. And I know
that's a great tool.
Sure. Something I found very interesting is that, I've been practicing meditating. I never thought I would get to this point. I mean, I'm still trying to perfect the skill, but, what was said was that it really is a practice. And what I found in this meditation was there's something powerful about your fingers just going up like this. Like, what is that? Like, something magically happened to where when I put my fingers up, you told us to tighten them up further. Like, what is it about that makes it more powerful?
Well, in India and with Sanskrit and yogis, they've been doing this for thousands and thousands of years. And if you've ever studied acupuncture or reflexology, everything corresponds to the planets in the hands, and everything corresponds to a different body part, and everything. This is like closing a brain circuit. So you're literally closing the circuit in the brain. This is also all about knowledge. And then I helped you rewire the mind. So now every time you do this, this will be a tool that you can say, this is all I have to do to be calm. I'm stuck in traffic. Instead of using the F-bomb, you're like, this is all I have to do to be calm. Or
maybe I'll be productive for an extra hour today. Who knows?
All right. So guys, I thank you. Oh no, we have to wrap it up. We could do this Sonny, we got to do this again for sure. I thank you all for participating. Sonny, what's the easiest way that someone can find you? And I think that we might have been peppering your information at the bottom here somewhere throughout. But what's the easiest way to someone anybody that's listening that wants to connect with you?
You can grab that Calendly link in the chat below. That you should see the calendar link, and you could schedule a free 15-minute consult with a little mini meditation for just you. And also you could go to feelgreatmeditate.com or follow me on Instagram or Facebook at feelgreatmeditate. Or you can also call to schedule a corporate training or something for your nursing home or for your family. We could do a group Zoom or live if you're in Florida, South Florida, and you could call 855-FEEL-GREAT. That's 855-FEELGR8.
That's awesome. All right. So thank you so much, Sonny. So down here at Feel Great Minute. By the way, I've been to the site. It's amazing. Sonny, today was all about family caregivers, but she worked with professional athletes, with entrepreneurs, corporate people. This is basically for humans. It's just that she was kind enough. And I'm sure that she can do it for pets too. But let's not go there, right? She was kind enough to kind of hone it to this specific audience that we seek to serve here at the agency, and I'm so grateful, Sonny. Thank you so much for your time, and everybody that showed up. My boy Mark, Johnny, Liz, Cam. I'm forgetting somebody. All right. Anyways, thank you everybody so much, and then I'll see you next Wednesday right here. We're gonna have an awesome show. And by the way, thank you, Blanca, behind the scenes. All right, because you've been making it all possible as well. Thank you so much, sweetheart. All right, love you. Bye, guys.